podcast.
It's the Ho Rogan podcast.
Kristen and Allie by day, Ho Rogan by night.
Okay, we're good. Hey ho.
Hey ho.
How are you?
Hoey.
Yeah, good. As you should be.
Yeah.
For the podcast, it would be wrong if you weren't.
Just this way.
You have a little. I like it.
It's funny.
I try to lower mine.
I could buy a push-up bra. Like, you can't move bone though. It's like it's just bones pretty stuck. It's like that's where it is.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
My whole thing is I'm not cleavagey, but this is skin tight and it's skin colored.
Yeah,
so it
yeah, we're
literally
both
looks like I'm
skin
just your
colored.
naked. Yeah,
You
you're
look
like tan colored though. Mine is just like I'm like what's it called, albino.
Well, you look like a freshly birthed pig kind of color. Like
Pretty much. That's exactly right.
yeah. And I look like I got a tan.
Yeah,
But I
well,
wore-
and your hair matches. Like my hair is just going to blend in, and yours is just going to blend in with your shirt.
Yeah.
We have to figure out coloring a lot better on
We
this.
do. Yeah, we tried. I thought Allie's never going to wear brown.
I was like, Kristen's never wearing pink.
yeah, and we're just flesh colored.
The skin match I wasn't planning on. I love that though. People wear like bodysuits now, and especially in the South, like in Florida, that's a big thing where people wear skin color bodysuits, and you're just like, are you
they
naked? Yes.
And of course, it's always a person with a body that you don't want to see in a flesh colored skin suit.
Yeah, it's really like you actually have to take better care of that body.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the hoedown. This one's a crazy week. A lot of death.
Yeah, the theme should just be murder.
Yeah. Oh my God.
This week.
The craziest was obviously the Rob and Michelle Reiner.
No,
case.
the craziest was how well I did on a stand-up show. That was a real murder.
Oh yeah.
Just kidding.
That was almost as insensitive as Chuck Schumer's.
Right, like I'm just like prepping for how.
Yeah, you talk about murder. Then Trump's statement about the murder, which is very, controversial, obviously. Then Trump is adding his name to literally everything at the moment. But the big one is the Kennedy Center is going to be the Trump Kennedy Center. Maybe it already is. I think that passed.
They already approved it.
They did, but supposedly it has to be approved by Congress. So who knows if it'll stick. We'll see. Then we have the FIFA World Cup game in Seattle. That is a pride game that is going to be Iran against Egypt, which is amazing.
Wild.
Letitia James is going after car companies for car thefts instead of the thieves that are stealing them, and actually got a settlement. And the newest news we don't know everything about, but it's a crazy story. They cracked the Brown killing case, and it was a homeless guy who gave the tip. So
With more details than just homeless that are interesting.
and just crazy that like all of the top, CIA, FBI, all the agencies are on this, and the homeless guy got it. So it's a lot wrong with this story and kind of amazing about it.
Well, you got a lot of time on your hands.
My God. Yeah, you absolutely do. And it's literally like being a fly on the wall. No one is noticing the guy. You're going to notice a cop standing in the corner. If there's a homeless guy, you're going to commit the
You
crime.
don't exist to anybody.
100%.
You're not a human.
Nope. Kind of like being an old person or a woman in a lot of situations.
Completely invisible.
Yes, no one sees you. They walk right by. That happens to me on the road. Does that ever happen where no one moves out of the way when you're walking down the road and you're like, hey, someone, I'm
usually
here.
usually the sidewalk. I'm not usually like in the road.
No, that's what I meant. I'm like, why are all these cars not moving for me in the middle of the road? You guys
I'm
are all
walking here. I'm Allie
misogynists.
Breen. I walk in the road.
Move for the
I'm walking.
ladies. All right, the Rob Reiner. Okay. First thing I have to say about this is that there's so much craziness, but they said, now this big story is that it happened after a Conan O'Brien Christmas party. And it said that he acted crazy and he asked all of these very disturbing questions to the guests. But then the questions were like, what's your name? What's your last name? Are you famous? Which is weird at a Christmas party, but I'm like, that isn't that disturbing. Like, that's so funny that famous people are so disturbed by being asked if they're famous.
It's like, obviously.
100%.
I'm
Who are
here.
you? We're at the Conan O'Brien. The other part of that is that, like, they took him because he was already acting erratic and they were worried about him, so they wanted to keep their eye on him. How good are the Conan O'Brien Christmas parties that they're taking their erratic son instead of just staying home? They're like, we can't stay. We got to go to the party.
Right.
But this guy's so dangerous. We can't leave him home. We're taking him.
Right.
Like
O'Brien's cookies.
yeah,
There's nothing like them.
We're not going to miss it.
No.
We got to go.
Well, a crazy part of the story to me is that so many people are calling it Conan O'Brien's Christmas party, which shouldn't it be holiday party? That to me is
maybe
one of
that's
the
what
most
set 'em
surprising
off.
points. Right. It's like, it's not Christmas.
Yeah, hello,
It's
you
holidays.
guys. Be inclusive.
They were, obviously Jewish, but I read Rob Reiner when he had comments, because we're going to get into the responses to Rob Reiner, to
Yeah.
Charlie Kirk, to Trump's response.
Oh my gosh, it's a whole web.
Yeah. But Rob Reiner, when condemning Charlie Kirk's death, did say, I do appreciate the teachings of Jesus.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It should be do unto others as others do unto you.
Yes.
So I'm sure he was open to a Christmas party.
Yeah, I mean, most non-crazy people are. The people who really take that seriously and get angry over the word Christmas, over holidays, are nuts. They're bonkers. Pick your battles. That's just not one of them.
Yeah, I mean, but the majority of celebrities are nuts and bonkers.
And they really need to virtue signal, and that's the biggest way.
Right, so I was
to do it.
surprised. It could have been called a holiday party,
But then the media just got wind of it and
but
went,
the conversation is Christmas party, Christmas party. I'm like, whoa, everybody. Let's slow down the conversation here. We'll get to the murder in a minute.
that usually is how crazy
Yeah.
the left is, that it's like, oh, let's talk about the syntax first,
Yes.
and then we'll get to the crimes.
Yes. So there's some sort of shift
Yeah.
when people have said on, I don't know, NBC, ABC, places where they say Christmas party, Conan O'Brien, and not holiday party.
Yeah.
We've made maybe some progress in
Well,
just-
except for the murders that happen afterwards.
Yeah, I
There's-
mean, man.
some people are still pretty crazy, but the rest of them, got over some craziness.
Yeah. No, we're hitting the important points first. But no, obviously incredibly tragic and
Incredibly
horrific.
Yeah.
The kid, Nick, obviously, I shouldn't call him kid, but I feel like anyone under the age of 40 is kid.
Well, also because it's their kid, because he killed the
he's a-
parents.
he's-
So it's like, it just gets referred to in that way. Because I did see people pushing back on that too. 30-year-old, 2-year-old is not a kid, but it's like, it's their kid. And
Right.
that's really what the, story is.
Right.
So.
His eyes looked like I'm going to murder you eyes. Even in pictures where he looked relatively happy,
Yeah.
it's when the smile doesn't hit the eyes.
Mm-hmm.
There's no change. It's blankness.
Yep.
And his eyes kind of had this like black quality. From that, I mean, that is the sign that you just put the kid up for adoption. Because he was, they said he was acting like this and had outbursts since he was a young child.
Oh, yeah. He was definitely mentally ill for his lifetime, I think. And then he became a drug addict, which really isn't going to help that situation
No,
at all.
not typically.
Yeah, and the face you could see, like you said, when he was younger and relatively happy looking compared to when he was older and like very disturbed looking, his face changed too. He had like the weird jaw thing that happens with drug addicts where something's like a little off. I feel like, Yeah.
I don't have that. I mean, I don't do drugs.
It's so, also now, the daughter found the parents, which
Yeah.
is also incredibly disturbing.
Yeah.
And now they have to decide whether to support. I mean, they're essentially paying for his defense against killing his own parents. I mean, it's so complex what's going on with this situation now.
Yeah, it's a nightmare.
Yeah, and apparently he has his own money too because the grandfather was very famous and left kids directly money. So he's got, $2,000 an hour lawyer, and the family who wants to support their brother, but the brother killed their parent. Like, how many conflicting feelings must they have?
I mean, I feel weird with my siblings if we criticized my mom's cooking once.
Same
I'd
thing,
be
you're
like,
like,
I don't
"Hey."
really know if I'm okay with this friendship anymore. That's mom's tuna casserole.
And she
That's
put a lot of
mom's
time in.
Tuna noodle casserole. That was delicious.
I liked tuna nuda.
Tuna noodle. But I don't know what you do in that situation. I know a girl who's awesome. Her brother stabbed her father in a restaurant in public. He was insane. And he did actually get put into a mental institution. Like, he was found, guilty of insanity or whatever that is. And I asked her if they
not
go
guilty by means of insanity.
Yes,
actually,
yes. And I said, "You visit?" She was like, "Never. No,
Yeah.
I'll never." But they're a warm family, so that she feels bad about it. But she's like, "I'll never see him again in my entire life."
If someone is so mentally ill, like schizophrenic, that they are having
is
psychotic
schizophrenic?
breaks when they're not on medication, I'd probably find it in my heart to forgive and be able to go while they're medicated. But I don't know. I mean, that would be really hard. It's one thing to say it. It's another thing to live that.
Yeah,
But the other problem is, like, being rich doesn't help that situation, because I'm sure he would have gone to jail rather than rehab a couple of times with some of the, ways that he was behaving and things. He like trashed their house or the guest house. It's not like they could have called the cops and actually put him away. And for any family to do that is probably really hard, but it's necessary.
Well, when he was talking about trashing the guest house,
yeah,
he sounded happy. He sounded like he was
bragging.
Yeah, he sounded like he was going over the plot of a episode of All in the Family. Like it was like, and then this happened, and then this happened. It was wild.
He enjoyed being spoiled. Yeah,
yeah. I think he was, I don't know, a bad seed, because I what people want to criticize Rob Reiner and his mother, but it sounds like, I mean, obviously the rich part doesn't help, but like he made a movie for his son, with his son, about his struggles. Like he was obviously trying.
Oh yeah, they have like a yoga instructor that would come in to try to calm him, and the whole family would take the yoga classes.
Oh, that's not.
It's not gonna help anyone.
Sometimes the yoga teachers can be a little annoying, but he murdered them in their sleep or in bed.
It's got to be in their sleep, because that's the other part. I was like, if it's a stabbing, how do you get both without one parent running away? But first, they were probably asleep. Second, the one probably tries to stop. You're like, this is my son. I can stop this, without thinking they're going to turn on you. And it's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like...
that's personal. The amount of anger you need to stab somebody to the point of death, like with...
But then also go back and slit their throat. There was
God.
a huge murder case years ago that I was obsessed with. Jodi Arias. Does that name ring a bell?
Yes.
And she shot him. I forget his name at this point. Scott.
I wouldn't remember.
She shot him like 36 times or something, or stabbed him 36 times. Yes. No, she stabbed him, I think.
Okay.
Like 36 times, and then shot him after.
Yeah.
So it's like, obviously there's a little rage happening there. It wasn't a self-defense, but she was claiming self-defense.
Yeah, I mean, but you can say there is a like defense to be like, it was self-defense, and I was also so enraged with how much I had put up with from him that I was like, gonna beat the shit out of him after I stabbed him and after I shot him, and like that always is weird to me when they're like, oh, instead of being stabbed 3 times, he was stabbed like 50. I'm like, okay, I mean,
well, it's the Chicago musical song.
Yes,
he had exactly. It coming or whatever.
Which is, oh my God, and Lynn Coplett, who is such one of my favorite comics, who, by the way, is like never on the list of funny female comics. No. She's one of the funniest out there, but she has the funniest joke about Jodi Arias, and it's basically like, I'll do it no justice by talking about it. It's how guys like get destroyed with interrogations after like 3 questions. They're like, I did it. I don't know. Yeah. And she was like, Jodi Arias, they spent like 48 hours questioning her. And afterwards the cops were like, did I do it? Like, I don't know. Like she was like energized, like doing
she was doing cartwheels and like headstands.
That's literally what she said. Yeah. It's the funniest. It's so good. And it's so true. That girl was psycho.
Oh, completely.
In the most entertaining way, actually.
Yeah. And I love that for her defense, she cut bangs that were really kind of nerdy looking.
Yes, because she had been like a hot blonde. Yeah. And she went like brunette with bangs to make it look like she was like mousy.
And they weren't even cool bangs. They were like 1990s bangs.
But that was the point, I think. She was like, but I'm just a nerd.
Yeah.
Like, how could I be in this situation?
I would say in like in like 2010, 2012, whenever it happened, if you're wearing bangs like that, you're more likely a murderer.
Yeah, that's a sign, actually.
Yeah, you have to be insane to think that looks good. But yeah, no, I mean, it's so dark and so twisted that you don't even really know what to like say in a way that captures the heinousness of it.
Yeah. It's like the Menendez brothers again. I mean, regardless of what happened, and now, that's being relitigated because they're like, oh, there was a lot of like sexual abuse, which is unproven for the most part. But even so, you can't stab your parents to death. You can't shoot them in the face. Like, it's just, there's a law of the land that exists where that's not how to handle things. And so I wonder if that's going to try to be an excuse of some sort, that there's some sort of like abuse in the background, which could never be proven because, like you said, all they did was try to help him. They tried to make a movie, the yoga thing, like even sending him to rehab 25 times or whatever it was rather than jail is obviously caring as opposed to seeing the situation realistically.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Nick was just a really big Trump fan.
And they...
I'm kidding. He was mad at his dad.
Oh, and
he's
he
like,
was?
leave
I was
him
like, well, why would he?
Sorry, I don't know how to talk about this. Like, it's like I don't want to make jokes, but I also don't want to be boring. I don't know. This is a weird area. Like I said to Allie last night,
are we going to try to be funny?
Right, are we going to try to be funny? And we also started this podcast right as things really heated up.
100%.
So before it was like, more casual, funny commentary, and 2 weeks in, Charlie Kirk gets murdered, and I'm like, great, here we go. Like,
speaking of that, I'm surprised that hasn't been a narrative, that they're like, oh, it was his Trump fanship that made him go nuts, and because they do try to turn everything into that.
Yeah,
like he just didn't like the tweets that his dad was putting out about Trump, and he really lost it.
Well, obviously, like Trump's statement was absurd, and he had said he died of TDS, which is so insane, which makes Trump sound like he has TDS, like he has TDS, like Trump, I don't know, deranged syndrome, where
like
I am Trump.
People who are, he has like the anti-Trump like the derangement syndrome against anyone who has Trump derangement syndrome.
Yeah, syndrome. Well, it's almost like in the 80s where you'd be paranoid that everybody has AIDS and then you'd stay away from everybody. It's like, I don't know, Trump's taking it so far that he's saying he just seems deranged in his take on
100%. Yeah, that was a absolutely wild tweet. Like, that was crazy.
It really was. But it's like, that's Trump. It's kind of like, at what point should you say, like, but he shouldn't do that?
Yeah.
At this point, should he do it? No. But he has nothing to lose. And there is the rhetoric behind Reiner's, passionate, pure vitriol and hatred
of Trump,
that could have inspired possibly killing, assassinating Trump. Like, you have every right to be mad for people putting your life in danger. And Rob Reiner also was so in on the Russian collusion hoax that was absolutely not true. Like, there was a whole interview with him. I'm not saying it justifies Trump's tweet. It's just, it's expected because he's
Trump.
He's almost 80. What does he have to lose? He's president.
He's a lame duck president. He's not up for re-election.
No, he's not looking for likes, or I'm sure he's not looking for approval, really. Like, he's won.
Yeah. The problem with it mostly is that if these were two equal people in Hollywood and one had been attacking the other, and then there's more justification, it would still be pretty disgusting. But when one person's the president, they are supposed to be the bigger person.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's over the top.
Trump's never
ever
shown himself to be the bigger person in terms of the back and forth antics with people.
And
like, that's what he does.
Up front, that's what he does. He says, if you come at me, I'm going to come at you 10 times harder. And he doesn't care if it's in death.
No. Yeah. Should we have a very buttoned up president saying it's a tragic loss? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's not who Trump is. There's no way he was going to magically become that overnight.
Yeah.
It would have been a nice surprise.
Yeah.
It would, but
it's interesting though, because he does know exactly what it's going to come back at him as.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if he just likes his name in the headline so much that it's like, oh, this is going to get massive headlines. I'm going to insert myself into this so I'm as big of a story as he is, which is what happened.
Yeah.
Bigger. Whoopi Goldberg's still going on about it, not the death, but the tweet.
Well, imagine being Trump's kids. I just know, as a kid, obviously, I love my parents. I was obsessed with them.
Yes, I love that.
To an unhealthy degree.
Yeah.
But, like, if they did something embarrassing, like my dad in the car once said, I had 2 cheerleader coaches, and I was like 12, and they were like 16 or 17, and we were coming back from some cheer camp thing. Okay. And my dad just stupidly, as a joke, goes, because we were going to stop at McDonald's for food, he goes, have you girls ever been to McDonald's? He was like, obviously they
totally,
have.
Yeah.
And I was like, humiliated, like, Dad, please no more, no dad jokes.
It's too much.
And I wonder if at all, I'm sure there isn't, but like at first, any sort of like, oh, Dad, please no, please no, please no, please no, but he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm sure not, but I wonder if at all, like, Ivanka,
his kids are like, don't hit don't do it, don't
the bomb.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like my dad brings up a McDonald's joke. Trump has his button on a bomb. Like, two very different. Dad.
Do you know who is getting a lot of good press out of this? Is Paul Mercurio. He was the guy who he's a comic. 'Cause
Yeah.
You're more, do you know Paul?
I don't know him personally, but I know who he is.
He's been a warm-up comic for a long time and plays the clubs. But he had a podcast that I don't know if it was very well known. I wrote it down. It's called, I think, Inside Out or something with Paul McCurry. But he did the interview with Rob and his son after the movie that they made together came out. And so all of the clips that are coming out where they're talking about
the AOL.
No, it was his
Okay, it
own.
was actually-
Did they do one of those AOL
Yeah.
whatever things too? I was working for AOL when they did that.
Oh, yeah, you
writing
worked
for them, which was so funny because people would be like, "Wait, they still exist?" And I was like, "Yeah, they're kind of big still, actually." Like, no, they're like, "Didn't they used to hand out those like floppy?" I'm like, "Yep, same one."
That's
Yes.
wild.
Yeah.
When you opened the door to the office, did it say like, "You've got mail"?
They should have. That would have been awesome. But they did try to make themselves like cool and modern. It was like ping pong tables and couches instead of offices, and you could like help yourself to like, Snapples.
Yeah, there's no turning cool when you're AOL. You're
None
stuck.
whatsoever. But that is a crazy story. The statement, and like now statements about situations are as newsworthy as we're saying.
Yes.
And so now the statements about the state, like Whoopi Goldberg's statement about Trump now is getting as much attention. Like,
What was
the
her statement?
Degree. She said, of course, that it was disgusting and despicable, and that he should basically like be reprimanded for it. And then the next time she thought she came up with something like brilliant. She was like, Trump actually has Obama and Biden derangement syndrome. So how about that? It's like, yeah, that's never been thought of.
He pulled the big flip.
Yeah, you got him. But I think she just keeps addressing it every time. And on that note, we said in the intro a little bit, the Chuck Schumer address of the Bondi Beach murders was as wild.
Totally wild.
And unintentional.
Unintentional. I mean,
Which is worse. That's just how your mind, like where your mind goes in this. You think it's okay?
for people who don't know, he said, he was going to address the Bondi Beach tragedy,
Murders,
terrorism attack, but started by saying, but before I get to that, got to say the Bills won last night. They beat the Patriots. Like
Always
gotta
start with that.
Start with that.
It's like, no, you don't always have to start with that.
And this
there
is
was a massive terror attack. Let's focus on that.
Yeah, I just kept Googling, like, is it AI?
Yes.
Is it AI?
Yes.
Can't, and it wasn't. And as a Bills fan, no, I'm not
You're
torn.
like, now I kind of like Chuck Schumer.
But I was kind of like, but a guy can't cook hamburgers, but he's really into football. I'm very confused with who he actually is. But
It's all fake. That's why.
Right.
He's got a fake persona. He has to throw in New York stuff to make him sound like New York. I don't think he likes either
yeah,
thing.
right. That's true. His wife. Have you ever seen her before? Add to the
She's
Bridget McCrone
very-
kind of conspiracies.
yes.
She
Very
could
manly.
play linebacker for the Bills, and
Yeah.
maybe that's why he was happy. He's like, my wife did a great job on defense last night.
She was really racking up the numbers. I'm very proud.
It's awful. But of course, no one's talking about it. He didn't get any flack. If it was Trump, it would be all over the place.
All over the place. Any Republican, it would be all over the place.
And also, the Bills. Nobody, it's like, give us credit here. Like, just give us something.
We need one of those statements, like you said, those Bondi murders, but how about how the Bills murdered the
Yeah.
Patriots, guys? Get them really going.
But of course, like, the Bills get swept under the news. We never get the due attention we deserve.
No, it always happens when massive tragedies happen in the world, because it's a massive tragedy for everyone else when the Bills win.
No,
It's sad for me. I'm a Patriots fan, although I haven't watched football in years.
I believe the Bills are the #1 American team, and they have been for a few years in terms of fandomship.
Oh, really?
They are the most supported team.
That is so surprising.
It's because they're the
Kansas
underdog.
City has been so massive for so long.
Kansas City is obnoxious. They're unlikable. They're with the Taylor Swift and the Kelsey.
It depends, but that brings fans, but also like gets fans to hate them.
Yeah, like we everyone hated the Patriots for a long time because they were so good.
Yeah.
But the Bills, underdog, there's like a nice quality to the team in terms of
Very American-y.
Yeah, they're sweet. They're not like they're good guys.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is about the Bondi Beach. Honestly, I have to
Okay.
get away from.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay.
I thought you were going back into Chuck Schumer mode. No, yeah, go ahead with what you're saying.
But no, I just obviously the Bondi Beach thing was horrific, but the Chuck Schumer not getting criticism
yeah.
only perpetuates more, I don't know, just like, I don't know. I feel like a little kid who wants to be like, but he said, and he never gets in trouble. But the kid on the playground who like didn't do anything wrong,
Constantly
but just accidentally once did, gets in trouble. It's like, I just like,
both sides should be more
just
equal.
call them out.
Yeah. And also, in the same sense, I don't know if it's still true, but isn't the Bondi Beach one of the ones, too, where it was a religious celebration they went after, and they were like, we still don't know the motive of the killer. Like, we don't know if this is against. And it's like, how many times are you going to play this game? Like, it's anti-Semitism, and it's on a high, and you guys just refuse to see it or report on it.
Right. It's like, Islam is not responsible for the 48,000 terror attacks over 70 countries since 2001. They're not at fault, but Jews, they're at fault.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you can't blame one party, but the other party is okay to blame. And
yeah, they're the colonizers. They're the ones who are doing the bad in the world, not the terrorists that are actually by data responsible for all of this massive attacks. Yeah.
Right. If I was a Muslim, I would just. I'm surprised. I mean, maybe I'm just not seeing the content, but I would be like, that's not all of us. That's not. But I don't see that. And again, it could be like what I'm looking at, and I know it's not all of Muslims.
Yeah.
But
that's any group, though. Like,
yeah, there's always bad seeds, but enough bad seeds that there's 48,000 terror attacks since 2001 committed by Islamists.
Yeah.
You don't, it's wild. I met a dude a couple months ago who was Muslim, really cool guy. He was definitely trying to get me to like sleep with him or something. He was in town visiting.
Yeah.
And he was like, you Christians, like, you're gonna get like stomped all over because you guys are weak.
Opening the doors for
you're just weak. When he was like, I appreciate my religion because we don't take shit. And it's like,
you leave, we kill you.
Like you really
like
don't.
You just let Christians go. Like, we kill you if you leave us. It's crazy.
But I'm like, then is it a religion or is it like a kind of culty, murdery thing?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
that's a hell of a way to get him to sleep with you. You're so weak. You're just gonna take your clothes off now. You're gonna succumb to Islam at some point, anyways.
Yeah. Have you heard of negging?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was like a really weird way to nag.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a weak Christian.
Totally.
Like, you have no backbone.
We're gonna get you at some point.
I'm gonna get you in a position that shows that you don't have a backbone once we're banging.
Yep. Yeah, we're putting you there.
Yeah.
Well, that's basically what Islamists say. Like, if you look at the countries that are economically like really financial, that are, the United Arab Emirates type places where there's Dubai and the UAE, they basically won't. Their kind of Islam is basically they're a totalitarian government. They make the rules, you follow them, etc. But they don't do the jihadi thing. Like, even there, you're not allowed to do a pro-Palestinian protest.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we don't want it. We don't want that element of our religion. And they're like, the West is going to be the big problem because you guys are opening your arms to them, and we're not tolerating it here. It's two different very sects.
Which is wild because it's their religion.
That's it. Yeah, that's the top of the religion. It's like, if they're not allowing it, we shouldn't be allowing it. It's the craziest thing. And if you look at the world and how quickly Christian and Jewish countries have become Muslim, it's just, that guy's right. It's going to happen.
Right.
We're too weak. We're opening our arms. The tolerance of intolerance,
It is wild when you see photos of Afghanistan from the 70s and the women were dressed really cool and like hip and driving cars.
Colorful and out in groups of women alone. Yeah.
Yeah. Being born in the era that we were born, I just knew those countries as very conservative, kind of scary-ish Muslim countries, and I figured they were like that for thousands of years.
No, it was so fast. Exactly. Just from, 2 generations ago or whatever. It's insane.
Right. So
really scary.
Yeah.
That's why. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. But
no, please, because I'm not saying anything.
You so are. But that's why Islamophobia is a ridiculous word. Like, as a woman, if we're looking at it and it's like, oh, we've gone from like wearing beautiful clothes and going out on our own and driving to like being forced to wear hijabs and just have eye slits and get our clits cut off. It's like, it's a pretty valid fear.
Yeah.
Actually, like, I don't know if that's a phobia.
No.
We should probably be a little concerned.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that I don't know. I'm having one of my brain freezes. Cite something good.
Well, I will say Somalia, which is in the news in a big way now because Trump was basically like, it's a shithole country. We don't want to. Then he's like, why can't we get people from Norway? We want Norway, Sweden. Why is it Somalia?
Right.
But that is a country people are defending, and it's like 95% of the women are forcibly mutilated there. And we're supporting this? Why? Like, we want that culture to come here? No. If women want to come here and escape that, I'm fine with that, assimilate. If guys want to come and perpetuate that on our population, fuck no. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, I mean, we like having clits.
Yeah.
But the other, I've looked up trying to reform like what they do for reconstructive.
Oh, they can do
genital
that? Because I think the nerves are gone.
Yeah, no,
like,
it's you'll never be the same.
Because people will actually try to say, as an equivalent, well, Jews circumcise. It's like, there's no nerves there at all. Like, you're making it cuter, theoretically, depending on who you talk to.
Well, there was this one guy that I met who he got an adult circumcision, and he said he lost a lot of nerve endings that he didn't realize he was going to lose.
Oh.
But I'm like, well, it's better off than walking around with a hot dog and a bun. Like, you just want the dog. We don't need the bun. We're like gluten-free.
That's been a big movement, though, now. Now I think most people are going hot dog and bun for sure. They're like, I don't need to be mutilated. But it's less, at least you still really experience pleasure during sex if you're a guy, if you're circumcised or uncircumcised. That's interesting. I wonder if they do have studies to see if uncircumcised people enjoy it more. But as a woman, you're done. Like, you cannot feel pleasure. It's excruciatingly painful to get it removed, and I don't think you ever feel anything down there again.
Yeah, I don't. I say off with the bun.
You're too focused.
I really am.
I can't get over it.
I don't know because I don't know. It's disturbing looking to me. But the Somalia stuff, I guess Somalia. There's some rating system of like the most corrupt countries.
Yeah,
and out of 180. Like they were ranked 180th, like in the way that makes it the most corrupt.
Okay, you would think that would be number one. Why would they have that rating system?
Unless I read it wrong.
That's so funny. But yeah,
or maybe they were.
Well, how they behave here, and like even in their own country. Remember, there was a big Somali pirate problem when like, ships were out.
That's what I was saying. Like it doesn't stop after boats. Like you're still going to be pirating. And,
if you make it to a land, you're still going to behave the same way.
Pirate.
Yeah. I am the captain now.
Right. I do wish, though, that there would be like a peg leg or a hook hand.
Definitely a patch, an iPad, and a parrot.
Yeah.
A parrot would be great.
It would. It's so disappointing when you hear, there's pirates still, and you're like, oh, there's pirates, and then they just look like
they're
regular
just gangs,
people,
and you're like, ooh, that's terrifying. Yeah. I wanted like fun Disney pirates.
Yeah, the hat,
that guy,
the curly mustache.
Yes, that's like a Johnny Depp style.
Yeah,
Pirates of the Caribbean, like a guy who's all kind of jolly and drunk all the time.
Yeah,
the guy who played that I Am the Captain Now in that Tom Hanks movie. There was this whole thing that happened at that time because he was great and he won an Oscar, I think, for that, which is hilarious because he was just like an actor. He was like an actual Somali pirate.
Yeah,
he wasn't like an actor. They clipped the real deal.
Yeah.
But then they had these stories about like how Hollywood was so racist and unfair because he was an Oscar winner and it was so hard for him to get a job. I'm like, where else is a role like that? Like he literally walks and talks like a pirate. Like that's just him. So like unless you have other pirate movies, it's going to be kind of hard to play. He's not going to be he's not like Brad Pitt all of a sudden just because he won an Oscar.
Do you remember his hands in that?
No,
he
were they crazy?
Really, really skinny finger.
Okay.
I think he might put your hand up.
Is it
I
like
think
mine?
he beats you. Like yours.
That's
yours
hilarious.
look fat compared to
yeah, and I have like big witch hands.
But his fingers were so perfectly scary, so skinny.
Every time I do that, but it's so funny because I never wear nail polish and I never think about it until someone's like, "Can I see your hands?" I'm like, "Oh."
No, you have nail polish on. It's just flesh colored. It's
everything
the same as your. It's the same as your sweater.
Yep. Yeah. Flesh colored everything. Oh God, I can't look.
Well, it's like I was watching this old documentary that a friend of mine did about Italians in movies and how they're typecast a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And it's changed a little bit, but they had a guy who's notorious if you like were alive before now, like a boomer generation who played an Indian or a Native American on TV, like commercials and
Okay.
stuff, and he would be sad when people would litter. He was Italian. And
he was the one tier Indian
yes,
guy?
he's the one tier Indian
Yes.
guy. He was from his parents were from Sicily.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so not okay today.
Right. And so it's like, but that looks like it could be Native American. Whereas when
Yeah.
you're like Somalian, you can't look like you're Irish.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
You know,
right.
so you can't transition parts as easily
You're
when
pigeonholed. I mean,
Right.
unfortunately, it's just who you are.
right.
Yeah. It's weird that they don't take that into account. Like, that's just the dumbest argument. He's an Oscar winner. He should be, like, getting offers left and right. It's like,
I mean, yeah, I don't know, become Will Smith but
yeah,
he
slap
gets
someone.
hard
Slap
to
someone
even-
on stage.
Right.
Get it?
if he slapped someone with those fingers, it would just like
Oh.
shred their face. That's how skinny his fingers were.
I have to look at that. I mean, he was just a tiny person, I think, which is another thing. It's like, you know, I mean, I guess everyone's tiny in Hollywood, but there's a bunch of things kind of working against him as far as getting other leading roles.
Yeah. I saw an interview with him years ago and he seemed really sweet and really nice. Like, I don't know if he was an actual pirate, but he was really, really, really sweet.
No, yeah, I think he was. I'm sure. I don't know how they got him, though. He definitely wasn't an actor.
No, he wasn't.
So, yeah, how they found him, which is just the funniest thing about acting, that you can just go into it first time out of the gate and win it out. Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing to it for the most part. You
Yeah.
just have to be good at make-believe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But they're so self-important.
Yeah.
Okay, should we get to our next? What are we? Oh, Trump adding his name to the Kennedy Center. So it is now the Trump Kennedy Center.
It's unbelievable.
It's getting to be it's funny for the most part. Like, even the auto pen thing was really funny, but now he has all the plaques for the president,
Yes.
and like half of them have his name, whether they're like a fan of his or like. It is getting to be a bit much. It's getting to be like a dear leader situation, I think, where it's like, ugh, this stuff's not.
Right. It's like Trump, I don't want to look, I mean, people would say you already are absurd for supporting him.
Yeah.
I don't want to look even more absurd. Can you
Yes.
tone it down just a little bit so I can
Yeah.
have some respect from the remaining peers that I have for supporting you? No, it's, people say he's got a personality disorder.
Yeah.
And we have to name everything. Like, everything has to become some sort of clinical thing.
Which becomes problematic. Oh, I see
Can't
what
he
you're
just
saying. Yeah.
be like a self-indulgent, arrogant man?
Which
Does
he
have
always
to have
has
a
been. His name, that was his whole upbringing, was putting his name on everything, licensing it. So we know that that's him. You just think he'd mature. You're right. It's literally just
He's just
big ego.
Right. He just has a massive ego. I don't know if it means personality disorder.
I mean, I guess that is inherently a personality disorder, to have a giant ego like that and think. I mean, it's basically like a God, whatever that is.
God complex?
Complex, yeah.
Yeah.
Where you think. And he's actually doing a lot of good. And also.
Yeah, that's the problem.
That's the problem. And even when he was in real estate, when they had that Woolman rink that the city had tried to repair for years and hundreds of, however many millions of dollars, and he did it in like 4 months for, 1/5 the cost.
Right.
He's capable.
I mean, you can see how he would feel like God. Like, I feel like, because I do say my prayers at night, and I feel like Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and then start praying, and all of a sudden Trump's just like, "Can I help you?"
Yeah. I was going to say that's
I'm like, no, the real God. He's like, no, I am the real one.
This is me. He's
I'm
like Trump and Holy Trump. That's it now.
Yes, right.
It's
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say the opposite, that the naming thing, like the naming of things, is always, important. We name after all the former presidents or like military leaders, but that always backfires, because then you have generations that want to take all those names away anyways.
Yeah. That will be
So-
happening in the future if there's woke hipster kids in like the year 2070, they're going to be trying to knock down like Trump statues or Trump named things like they did
totally.
with Confederate soldiers.
Yes, everything's going to be named after that Dylan Mulvaney. It's going to be the Dylan Mulvaney center of everything.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, like Kennedy's, that name's not, been not blemished. So when
Yeah,
people are
well,
like,
I mean-
Trump, how could he put his name on it? It's like Kennedy's name's on everything, and that family's got plenty of problems.
Well, when I see Trump and Kennedy together, I just think, oh, it's a center for adulterers.
Yeah, exactly. Those people who really like sex.
And it's a museum of all the women, like wax museum with all the women that they've slept with, and
Yep.
or
That would be a pretty good museum.
That'd be great.
Yeah, totally. Just all the dark sides of presidents and like all of their someone should do that.
Oh, totally. It's so much more interesting. Yeah. But this is the problem. This is why like the news thrives off of like dark, stories and negativity, because it's like so much more interesting.
It's so much more interesting, especially like that's why the Rob Reiner thing is great. I mean, that level of having your own kid who you've tried to help your whole life kill you, like that's never gonna not permeate. Like that's
a cultural.
For a long time.
Yeah, that's like the Menendez brothers, O.J. Simpson. It's part of the culture now going forward.
That's their legacy now. Like he has had so many amazing films. And I was talking to a friend about that, and they were like, nothing recent, though. I don't remember. And I was like, well, that's what Trump pointed out. He's been struggling recently.
Right.
But yeah, like that was his legacy, were all those films and his, famous dad. And now it's his murderer kid. It's crazy. But then also, like, who cares about legacy? I mean, I don't know. People get so obsessed with the legacy they're leaving behind. It's like, just enjoy the legacy you live at the time, I guess.
Yeah. I won't know about a legacy. But
totally. Yeah. Well, none of us will. We're dead. Yeah. Where the legacy goes.
I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just like self-publish a book on Amazon. Just to be like, my name exists somewhere for at least a little while. Yeah. After I'm gone.
I'm here. We're leaving our mark with Ho Rogan. Yes. That's it. Yeah. This is our legacy.
It really is.
It really is.
This footprint will be on the internet for a while.
Yep. Yeah. Hopefully we'll walk down the street and people will be like, hoes.
Yeah. Well, so last night, Allie and I saw Slam Frank.
Oh my God. So funny.
It's so funny. You guys have to look it up if you don't know what it is. It's a parody of basically the existence of all of us right now in society, backdropped against the Holocaust.
Yes.
And Frank hiding out and the Palestine stuff.
Oh my God. It's so funny. And if you say it, people are like, wait, it's a parody of Anne Frank. It sounds so offensive, but it's not parodying Anne Frank. It's like satirical against the woke, pretty much. It's great.
Yeah, it's really, really great. But, oh God, I keep doing this where I go blank, where I'm going to get, I think there is a problem in my brain. If anyone knows what it is besides stupidity, let me know.
That's hilarious. We were just like, we shouldn't label everything. We can't just be stupid. Right. And now we're like, no, there has to be a disorder.
Yeah,
happening to me.
Yeah, I'm not just stupid.
Yeah, that can't be the case.
There's something much, much deeper.
That keeps happening to me with words, though, by the way. Like, I know there's a word coming up that I'm like, ooh, I don't have it. And then I get there and
when it's
like,
coming. Yeah. But as I was saying it, I transitioned into that because of what we were saying right before.
Just about leaving a legacy behind and how we're going to be the hoes.
That's okay. Thank you. So as we were watching the show, it occurred to me, not that we're major yet, but I was thinking, and maybe this is an ego problem, but I was like, I wonder if people would in the future will be like, oh, I was in the theater with Ho Rogan when they were watching that show. That's such a pathetic thought.
That's so funny because it's a tiny little off Broadway theater. Yeah,
right. And like we're an off Broadway podcast, basically. We're like 100%. off podcast,
except that they're actually really getting large. We're not quite doing that yet. Like they're getting so much attention,
but they're really, really so good. And it surprised me, as I was saying to you last night. There are people in the audience that were woke that didn't get the joke, and then there are people that did get the joke. And after you guys left, I was waiting for my Uber, and the kid that was sitting in front of me who was laughing really hard, very gay, with his friend, I saw him and I was like, I love that you guys were laughing so much, by the way. And they were like, oh my God, thank you. They were like, the woman next to us told us to quiet down.
Oh my God. And they were having too much fun.
Right. And so we bonded. I was like, I have a sense of humor. And they're like, me too. And I'm like, I have a dark sense of humor. And they're like, me too. I'm like, but isn't it just a sense of humor at this point?
Yes. 100%.
All we do is have a sense of humor. And he's like, you're one of us. We laugh at things. And
exactly.
We need a way bigger cultural movement of laughing at ourselves. Like, it's therapeutic.
Yes.
Come on. Laugh at ourselves.
And that used to be where the best jokes came from, was poking fun at, like, gender, ethnicity. Like, if you're doing it amongst friends, that's great. Like, now that becomes as if you're telling a truth. Like, if you make fun of, like, they made fun of all the stereotypes, gay, trans, women, just straight,
white,
cis men, white, like,
No one was off limits.
No, and it was they were so committed, which is why some of the people weren't getting the joke. They're like, oh, they're serious, and we agree.
And like, oh my God.
And that just basically is for people like that, it's the story of the 7 people in the attic for Anne Frank. And by the end of it, with all of like the cultural stuff happening today, they're basically like, oh my God, we're the oppressors. Like the 7 Jews locked in a closet. They're like, it's us. We have to repent. It's so funny.
And then when they change out their stars, so the whole show they're wearing Jewish stars that you would have seen during the Holocaust.
Yes.
And then because they're just focused on their identity and fighting that, they changed the star from yellow to the star with trans,
every flag.
Pansexual, and so the branding of themselves as victims, I don't think people picked up on that part as much. It's like so many of you aren't getting the joke. Right,
we're victims now.
The real victims
because of our identities, as opposed and that's like the lines that we were saying we should read what the songs actually said.
Yeah,
because one of them was like, I know out there Nazis are killing for reals, but in here we have to deal with our feels. It's the best. It's like anyone who's taking this seriously is so dumb.
Yeah, it's the woman next to me would not laugh. And the amount of people in the theater, I mean, there was maybe only 3, but to me that's a lot. It's a small theater. They were wearing masks. Did you see them?
Oh, that's so funny. I mean, that is so funny. No, but I'm not surprised.
If it was me during the show, I would just start pulling down my mask.
Oh my God,
I didn't wear this. I'm going to just kind of hide this. And it was interesting. There was a woman in a wheelchair, gave a standing ovation. It's like, if anything's going to motivate you out of your wheelchair and to be able to walk again, it's going to be Slam Frank.
Is so funny. Yeah, she's like, this is the first time I've walked in 12 years. I got to give it to them. Yeah. Oh my, I love too how immediate that standing ovation was. Like, that is the funniest, most fun show with actually really well-written, great music. Yeah. I mean, I can't recommend that enough. I'm going to take my nieces. I think maybe just my sister and my oldest niece, because my sister's worried about the rest of the family going. But I think they'll love it. But I'm very curious because they're very woke. And so I'm like, I hope you get the joke and see. We'll see. Yeah. I'll report back.
Yeah, we'll see. Did they talk to you again or do they not talk to you again?
Did they make it through the show? That's the other thing. People in the beginning were leaving.
Yeah, there were 2 walkout. Or there was someone from the stage called them out for leaving.
Yes, which I love.
She was about to show her boobs.
Totally. And she's like, now you missed it.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's like, wow, are you actually walking out because you're offended or is it because it was long?
I think it's offended people. And now that the word's out so much more and they've gotten a lot of reviews and the reviews don't even know what to do with it. They're like, at first I was super offended and by the end I was dying laughing. And so you get more prepared. But in the beginning, I think they had a lot more walkouts, which I love that crew so much because they just embrace the bad reviews as much as the good reviews. They're like, yeah, anyone who thinks this is funny is ridiculous. You should not ever laugh at this sort of
you're
stuff.
A horrible person.
Yes, it's great. They're the best. The guy, I mean, I want to learn more about the guy who actually put it together. He's so good.
The cast, interestingly, I think 2 or 3 of them had pronouns in their bios.
Yes.
And the girl who played Anita Frank,
yes.
She is a they, them.
Yeah, I mean, most theater people are, so that's not surprising. And I'm sure...
But it's do you see the kind of, hilariousness that, you're playing this, but it's still...
You're in that world.
Are you leaving it in your bio because it's approval for your peers on Broadway? Or are you, really able to make fun of it, but still really fully be it and support it, even though you're seeing in the absurdity of...
Yes. I think that's it because I think that's what my sister's going to be because she and my niece is a theater kid. My sister was ballet really, but same thing former. And I think they're like, well, we wokies need to lighten up a little bit. And so I think they think that going this far actually makes a lot of sense, but the movement's gone this far, so they can make fun of that second part of it, but still be within
the foundational basics of it.
Getting up to the masks and he, her, or whatever, she, her thing. Yeah, I think that's probably, and I think that's why I was telling you how funny it was that I looked up a lot of the cast too, and they did not have anything about being in the show in a lot of their Instagrams. And I was like, it is so funny. I would be posting, and if you just look at the Anne or the Slam Frank Instagram, they're not even tagged anywhere there. You can't find them. You have to go to the show to find out who's in it, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's because they know they might lose parts for bigger roles.
Yeah.
But they also want the experience, and they want to be part of the, the cast of something that could go big. I want to put my own star on, though, because since we're all like victims.
Yeah.
And I want my star to just be like, I'm a victim of all of their stars.
Yeah. That should be. Yes.
Like normal.
Yeah.
Like, now my identity is quote unquote normal. And so now I'm a victim to all of your bullshit.
There's something to be said about that, because every other group, like if you are anti-Black, you're racist. If you're anti-Islam, you're an Islamophobe. If you're anti-trans, you're a transphobe. If you're anti-white, which a ton of people are, there's not even a word for it. You're just allowed to be. You're just like allowed. They're like, oh, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there's no word that makes it a bad thing to be anti-white.
No.
And so there should be, like, it's not a good thing to be anti-white. White people have done a lot of great things.
Look at all those whiteophobes.
Yes, exactly. No, there's no...
Well, the term white supremacy came actually from Africa, because Europeans went to Africa and showed all of these inventions and all of this stuff that hadn't been seen in Africa. And the Africans were saying, wow, they're like they're all superior.
Right.
They started the term white supremacy.
Well, that's what I mean. There's negative terms about being white, but there's not a negative term about someone who's anti-white. Like,
right. But wait, I don't know if I'm following, because with Africans, like, it was out of respect.
yes. Yeah.
Exactly. Like, they were like,
And
wow,
it got
they're
bastardized
supreme.
into like, yeah. That's like the white savior thing. It's like, it's actually nice if you're a white person and you're saving anyone who's struggling from it. But to be like a white savior is a terrible thing.
Right.
Like if you have multiracial kids or
well, it's not like, and if back in the day when that saying was coined, it's not like the Europeans were going there to be like, hey, look at, we're about to save you with all of our cool inventions. We're great. It was just more like
we're bringing progress.
We're bringing progress here,
yeah.
Not for like a pat on the back.
Well, I love that. And the play like addressed that too. And they were like, the world would be so much better without white men. And it's like, if you look at all of the progress white men have made, the world would be shit without white men, actually.
It's kind of wild when you just put images of, what ancient Greece looked like versus like what some current societies look like now.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys have had, a lot of years. But I will say, thank God for people that are ingenuitive, because if everyone's brain was like mine, we would be living in cardboard boxes.
Yeah. We'd be in mud huts. Same thing. I wouldn't know how to do anything.
My dad and I had to change blinds in the house the other day. And it was like the most difficult thing that we've ever done. My dad is not handy. I'm not handy. And if anyone knows this reference, and I feel like I shouldn't drag this on, but from the movie Splash, the Moron Twins.
No.
It's great. The movie Splash is incredible from the 80s. But I'm just going to say, we're not twins. If anyone knows the reference, I just have to say it. But I mean, some people's brains just aren't programmed that way, and mine certainly isn't.
Well, and thank God we live in a society where you don't need to do anything. Like you can literally call someone to do anything for you. I can't do anything for myself.
I think there was a TV show or something that came out a while ago talking about how things work. There was one, How Things Work.
Yeah, I think it's like a podcast or something.
But we take for granted, like we don't know how anything works that we use on a daily basis.
It's like magic.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Technology? I have no idea.
Yeah.
I can call Europe with this phone. It's insane.
Right. And we're basically looking at it with the same brains as Neanderthals in the sense of like,
just like
how
poking.
How they do this. We have the same level of knowledge, basically, for the majority of us.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I should just speak for ourselves and not everybody else, because
exactly
they might
why
know.
I include everybody else in our dumbness.
Yeah. But it's like, even like, how does this work?
No idea.
How does a camera capture nothing?
Exactly.
It's capturing an image, not like a concrete, it's not a 3D printer. Like,
Exactly.
It's just wild, like how all this stuff works. I mean, people are smart is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But also very stupid.
Yep.
So Trump putting his name in is it on to things? Do we think like by the end of his presidency we would see like Trump JFK Airport?
Oh, 100%. Trump Reagan International.
Yes.
Everything is going to be prefaced by Trump.
Yeah.
And then he'll just get, here's the thing about the presidency that wasn't the case before. When you did do things through Congress like you're supposed to, there was like a time period, there were checks and balances. Now everything's done basically by executive order or by like committee that people just put their own people in. So everything that is going to happen, like Trump's name being on everything, will just get overturned with the next president.
Yeah. The committee apparently was all selected by Trump to approve it.
And then they were delighted with the results of their approval.
Right. But Biden would have done the same thing. It would have been all Biden selected people. Like, everybody's going to do it.
It's kind of funny until we are paying for it. If we have to pay for it to get put up and then pay for it to get taken down,
but that's not
annoying.
I don't believe Trump would make us pay for it. Like he paid for the ballroom in the White House, whereas Obama, that was tax funded to build like whatever basketball court and stuff.
Right.
So I don't, and Trump put money into tons of money into the Kennedy Center.
Yeah.
To rebuild it and get all the hose that they slept with in there.
Yeah.
So it's like he kind of earned, in a way, but it's wild to even go, I'm going to have my name first.
That's what the funniest part is.
Wouldn't you think he would go Kennedy Trump Center?
Nope, of course not. No way.
That would make a difference. But no, Trump Kennedy Center.
He's kind of right, too. And like, if that did happen, I'm already kind of used to saying it. Trump Kennedy Center, like Trump Reagan, Trump JFK. It becomes just muscle memory if he does put his name on everything. So I see why he's doing it. Because even if it only lasts for a couple of years, people might still start referring to it that way. Like he's got like a level of genius to his madness for sure.
Absolutely.
Which people will definitely debate and be like, he's actually a moron. It's like, he's definitely not a moron.
No, I mean, you have to be very smart to
become president.
To be this absurd, you can't be dumb.
Yeah, they're strategic plays. I mean, he's not doing things without thought. Whether he's right or not is to be debated, I guess. But it's
it is a wild time we live in.
Yeah, definitely.
It really, really is. When a documentary is put together and we're on our deathbeds and they're like watching it, it's going to be like, yeah, no, we lived through that time with that, with all of
that craziness. And that documentary is going to be put together in like 5 minutes through AI at this point. Like that is going to be so easy to do where it used to be a whole process.
Right. Oh, it's creepy to think about.
All right, well, let's get on to our next topic, which is our this is probably quick, but it's just funny. The FIFA World Cup game in Seattle that is under the banner of pride with Iran and Egypt.
It's wild.
Yeah, losers are gay.
So Seattle is hosting the World Cup.
Yeah.
In what year? This
2026. Yeah.
Okay, so 2026. I have to say that is a bold move.
Yeah.
To obviously like. That's how committed Seattle is, because I think that could bring in, I don't know, some terrorist activity. Like, you're really committed if you're like, no, this could get some people killed.
Yeah.
And that's the other thing, too, is that the moral high ground of my virtue may get people killed, but that's okay because I get points for my virtue.
Yeah.
So it's morally superior to have thoughts and views that literally get people murdered than to just go, you know what, maybe I'm not going to hold this like
real situation.
Yeah, because it could hurt people.
That was
I might not get social points, but at least some people won't die.
We're basically, and also they're doing it in the wrong way. It's like, that's literally what the play was talking about. They're like, oh, all the actual killing is happening outside of these walls, but all the real victimization is happening within these walls because we're judging each other. That's what this is. It's basically these countries actually kill gay people.
Right.
So you're going to go from a country that's throwing gay people off roofs to going and playing soccer under a flag of gay people. And Seattle's like, we're doing good. You're doing nothing. You're making people play under a flag. Like,
well, actually, I mean, there's going to be... if there's gay people going out in hordes to the soccer match because it's the first Pride soccer match like
They might send terrorists.
Yeah,
to kill
like,
them.
that could be a
Absolutely. You're actually endangering.
you're like sitting ducks at that point.
So, yeah, but that's it. It's like virtue signaling over everything else.
It's wild.
Yeah, it really is. Instead of looking at it and being like, the first thing you should do is look at it and be like, we probably shouldn't even host these countries that do these horrible human rights violations.
Yeah.
But if we're going to, we should protect everybody who is, part of these.
Well, I'm surprised that Iran and Egypt even play soccer because it's with balls.
That's already super gay.
It's so gay.
Soccer in general is a little gay. We like
is.
American football here. Be a
Right.
man.
Right. I mean, it is a little gay. So for a sport to be like having their championship thing to be supporting pride, soccer would be the one. It wouldn't be like, the NFL or basketball.
But they
obviously.
do try to do that now. I think, like they do breast cancer and it has nothing to do with football, but they'll make them support these causes.
Right. But there's not a sect of people that are like, we hate breast cancer survivors.
I know. That's always the weirdest thing to bring attention. It's like, yeah, no, we're all
aware.
It. Yes.
We're very
There's no one who's anti.
right. Yeah. No one's saying no.
Yeah. Yeah, let them suffer.
Yeah.
Gross. She has breast cancer.
Right.
Kill her.
Right. Everything's awareness all the time.
And it's all virtue signaling all the time. It's like everyone can, make a little post or put a flag up or whatever. It's like, yeah, if you really care about something, go do something. No one's doing that.
Right. Well, it's like having the like walk, run for
Cancer.
people who can't walk or run. It's like,
just give them the money.
Just give the money.
Yeah, don't shove it in their faces.
Look what I can do.
So much that we're raising millions.
My shoes actually matter, the ones that I'm wearing, because they can make my feet comfortable, whereas yours don't really matter.
But we can maybe buy you some more with what we raise.
Yeah. My grandma, this is just a funny little offshoot. I don't know if I said this before, but my grandma was in a wheelchair and they had her in like the most athletic running sneakers I'd ever seen. I think I might have mentioned it.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Whereas when she was able to walk, she was just in like whatever house shoes, right?
Right. She was in, shoes that would be good for an old lady.
Yeah.
But it's like if she's
They put
in
her
a
in
wheelchair.
Jordans.
Yeah. Basically they had her in like Air Jordans.
First of all, she's not going to be able to use them. Second of all, she's going to get mugged now.
Right, yeah,
They're just putting her in danger.
Right. But also if in your life you're like, you know what? I would just love to wear some stilettos. That's the time to do it when you're in the wheelchair.
Oh, that would be amazing to go to a nursing home and just see everyone in stilettos. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it's like that's the time to wear the shoes you could never walk in.
It actually makes sense too because sex is like rampant in nursing homes apparently. So why not?
Right.
Live it up. Put a corset on and some stilettos and get in your wheelchair, Granny.
Right. Oh my God.
That would be the best.
Yeah. Boobs just kind of go through all the way to the bottom to the shoe.
Super extreme wonder bras, just like pulling them up from the stomach. Yeah. It's like, oh.
But I mean, yeah, it's wild the fact that Seattle would do that, and it's not for the pun, but it's just like the fucking balls Seattle has to do that.
Honestly, and to not help this, just being like, oh no, we had this as a pride game. It's going to be a pride game, even if you are killing gay people, and if it comes to violence, it comes to violence.
Yeah.
We're still keeping it. It's too much.
People will say like, well, they'll adapt to the culture. Like if you go to a game in Dubai, you have to follow their rules. And it's like, yeah, but it's because we're the pushovers. That's why we follow the rules. Whereas coming here, I don't know,
Yeah, I mean, that's the reason they're giving why they're not, like for moral reasons, backing out of the game. But it's not like they have to change their behaviors by being here. They just have to, it's like what you're saying. It's just all virtue signal. It doesn't do anything. And the only thing it could possibly do is probably bad.
Right.
It could invite violence. But yeah, they're sticking to it. It's the dumbest city. I mean, it's honestly the dumbest city.
Well, also, I mean, at a soccer game or an athletic event, there's always hot dogs. So like that's also offensive to them.
They should make it so like you have to eat your hot dog in a super gay way. Like you just have to be.
But it's pork and a hot dog. So it's like very gay, but also offensive because it's pork.
Yep.
And then gay men eating it like, So number one, we're eating pork, but we're sexualizing. There go my headphones.
They should. I mean, what'll be there has to be gay players on those teams, I would imagine. Right? Like,
Yeah,
every team.
they're hot dudes.
Yeah,
They've got to see how hot one another are and go, you know what?
This is kind of. I had a gay friend who thought that the NFL was like 90% gay.
Oh, yeah. Some people would say that.
Yeah, I was like, it's definitely way more gay than we realized, but
It's
90%,
not 90%
is
gay.
insane.
It's 100%. No.
99 at least.
Yeah. Oh, God. If they're
right.
eating a hot dog and there's ketchup on it, it's like, is that blood? Or like, feel like
Hot dogs are delicious, by the way. Anyone who's lived a life without eating hot dogs, like pigs in a blanket. Oh, are you kidding? You don't love them?
Well, earlier talking about the non-circumcised penis, I was like, get rid of the bun.
That's hilarious.
I don't love hot dogs and I don't love the bun, but if I have a hot dog, I prefer it with no bun, mustard.
Yeah, you're very Chicago.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, that's probably everywhere. I do ketchup, which people think is
No, that's
wrong.
It's
Yeah, everyone
gross.
gets really upset about that.
Yeah.
It's so good though. Like Fenway Franks, but you didn't do any. Did you care about like, Yankees or Mets when you were growing up? Okay, yeah. If you grow up going, because in Boston it used to be so reasonable to go to games. Like everyone went to Red Sox games growing up, and like Fenway Franks were a big thing. They were so good.
Oh, that sounds, yeah. Oh, God. Does sound good just with mustard. But on that note, we've got to wrap up the show.
Are we wrapping it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. We will see you next week. We have a few topics we didn't get to, but we will know more by next week. Because one of the big ones is the Brown,
Oh, yeah.
situation.
We didn't talk about that?
No.
Oh, God. Okay.
Can we spend one more minute, Jorge? Okay. Oh, I think he was giving us a signal, but not like the direct out, like, hey, you guys are.
Well, he went like this.
He's like, he gave a knife. Yeah. I love that. That has gone away, like,
It
in culture,
has.
when you just from across the room.
Yeah. And it says so much like, Jorge, please do this to me.
Every time we're about to hit time.
I will buck up real quick and just follow what we're supposed to do.
Okay, because our two last ones, the first one's so quick, is Letitia James is going after car companies instead of thieves. There's been rampant thefts on two different kind of cars. It's like Kia and something else. And so many thefts, instead of going after the car thieves, who are the criminals, they actually sued the car companies for saying you didn't take enough measures in an anti-theft situation.
But did Kia say, but we're Kia? Like, who would want us?
Yeah.
Who wants to take a Kia?
That's
they're going to rob.
prevention enough.
Yeah. Like, people will walk around the block to not go near one of our cars.
They don't want to be associated with us at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that should be the case. But no, of course, she's punishing the cars and they have to pay $9 million because they didn't put enough anti-theft technology instead of going after the criminals.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
This is what our attorney generals are doing.
Yeah, let's not instill values in our culture.
Totally, and stop the robbers.
Right. Let's make other people responsible for other people's actions.
For protecting. Like, yeah, if someone breaks into your house and rapes you, it's like you didn't have enough cameras or locks set up, so it's your fault.
The irony of that sect of people would say no victim shaming.
Yes.
It's
just constant, hypocrisy.
Yeah. It's like the car companies are kind of the victims in the sense.
100%. As much as the people and the insurance company. It's like the perpetrators are the thieves. That's the only person to go after.
Yeah.
And if you have a car from 1980 with no theft prevention, if a guy steals it, you can't go after the car.
And it's time to let it go. It's from 1980.
Yeah, that car was probably abandoned anyways. No one's driving a car from 1980.
Yeah.
Well, the last one's the craziest one. That's the Brown killer, who I don't understand. They thought it was someone, and then now it's someone else. The camera was so bad, they didn't get any view of this guy's face because during the pro-Palestinian protests, people were upset about the cameras, that they were being recognized. So they basically blurred or took down the cameras. The whole story's been insane, but a homeless man now gave the tip that got the killer.
Yeah. And he was living on Brown's campus.
Like in a building. How bad is your security? You have homeless people living in your buildings.
Right. Like he was the camera.
Yes.
Maybe they were like, he'll do the job.
He'll just report back.
He did the job.
It worked.
Yeah. That's a good idea. That's good for resources. We could, homeless people, you'll
Pay
be
them.
the lookout cameras.
Yes. Absolutely. I mean, maybe this guy will start a movement where they're like, hey, give us a bunch of blankets, put us in a corner, we'll observe everything and let you know what's wrong. He was also a Brown graduate, which doesn't say a lot about that school, that a Brown graduate is now living in a basement as a homeless person. How long has he been there?
Well, he definitely had an English or like theater degree.
Oh, like gender studies?
Yes.
100%. Yes.
Yeah. So that's your future, kids.
Oh my God. Yeah, at Brown. And they're like, I guess it's a $50,000 reward. But if this is the truth that they're going to set up a GoFundMe. This guy's going to be set for life, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And
I wish I was homeless so I could get a GoFundMe.
Oh, you're this close.
I am. I really know. I literally am. I really am.
We're so almost there.
Really. If my hair looks any dirtier next time, you'll know I am actually
I love
homeless.
that, like, whatever it is, like, messy.
Yeah, mermaid. I'm a mermaid.
It is a mermaid. You are
Just kidding.
Splash.
No, it's dirty hair that I haven't washed in a week.
By the way, whenever you talk about any Tom Hanks movie now, I always think, because now people say he's a pedophile all the time.
It's so disappointing.
It is, but I don't know if he is or isn't.
No.
He probably isn't, but that's just out there now in the ethos.
Right. I'm just going to pretend he isn't, but he probably isn't. But like
everyone seems to be. So
he's really like
They have nothing. Like, that's the thing. The cleaner the person is, the more they want to go after them. But it has proven to be true with, like, Bill Cosby. And
right.
Who was another really clean guy that was doing crazy stuff? I mean, there was that comic, Vince Champ, who was like a clean college comic that was raping people.
Oh, I feel like that's all comics.
Kind of, except they're not clean usually.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
That's the part that stands out.
Yeah. And on that note,
we're going to go.
So
thanks, Jorge, for letting us go over.
Yeah, thanks. Rate and review, share the show with a friend, download, subscribe, all that stuff.
Yeah.
We should be saying this at the top of the show, and I keep forgetting every single time. So next time we'll remember to say that.
I think people know regardless of if you tell them or not. But
yeah, they
just
do
it.
Yeah, just kind of guilt them into it.
Perfect.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye ho.
Bye ho.